Hey guys, you're at Sho-Me Tint. I'm gonna show you what's going on in the shop. You just walked in the middle of the workday. We're doing some tail lights. 13 F350. He's blacking it out, murdering it out. He jumps online, orders some aftermarket tail lights. Pictured in this here. They're not blacked out. He thought they were gonna be totally blacked out. He's like, can we tint these? And I'm like, you can tint anything. Glass, tail lights, whatever you want. So I started working on this one. This is kind of a mid process. And what we're doing is we're just working this film here, which is Lux Light Wrap. So very deceiving on what Lux Light Wrap. It's a light, this is a wrap, Lux Light Wrap. They use a lot of creativity in their names. So you can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. What? Just like our channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, Sho-Me Tint. It's super cool. That'd be super dope if you would. All right, so what do you want me to show you? How to put it on? All right, cool. So we're gonna prep it with the ordinary average. I use like an alcohol-based water mixture, just a little bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, not tequila. It just kind of helps get all the, like you wanna think about like waxes and, you know, oils from your hands, anything that would cause the film not to stick. Now, I'm sure 100% there's guys out here that would tint this tail light way better than me, but I'll tint it probably about like you'll tint it, you know? You can order this stuff online. Honestly, this stuff is super forgiving. When you're putting it on, as long as it doesn't stick to itself, you're usually pretty good. Here you go. I pre-cut this to fit. I used my eyeballs to kind of judge the size. It comes in a roll, looks like this. And I kind of just like rolled it out and was like, oh, perfect. Super easy. I used a knife for that. I don't do this a ton. My guys do this all the time now. So like if you wanted to watch them do it, they would kill it. The last set I did was for YouTube, so I'm gonna peel this off. See how awesome it is? Yeah, dramatic. We're gonna like tack it on there, and that's it, you're good. We're all done, thank you. Check it out. Oh, no, let's finish it up. I'm just kidding. Just having a little funzy. So what I'm doing is this material's pretty like strong, and I'm like just stretching it out, just stretching her out. Kind of like your mom, just stretching her out. And then look, we'll pull her back, stretch her out. Spread her open, stretch her out. Pretty complicated, really. I feel bad giving away all my secrets on here, but just know that you guys got in while it was good and learned all this stuff before I started charging on my subscription-based stuff. There you go. Now see, that's super tough. Looks impossible. There's no way you could do that. And we're gonna check it for air bubbles. Running my little squeegee over it. You want to send me like 500 bucks, I'll send you one of these cards. I will, promise. What I'm doing is laying all the edges, and we're like getting all these down and laying them all around. And so what I'm gonna do now is, now that I got the main surface laid, I'm gonna work on this curved surface. This is an extraordinary tail light. A lot of them don't have this kind of, you know, rounded edge, but you'll run into that with all kinds of tail lights. This stuff's made to kind of like go around just about anything. So what I'm gonna try to do, what I'm thinking about doing, I don't know. I can't tell you the last time I tinted an F350 tail light. It's like I'm pulling it out so it gets a little flexible and I'm pushing it into the surface. I'm hoping that's enough. I got this little card we'll try. Okay. There we go. There we go, nice and slow. You can overstretch this stuff. You can like stretch it too much. It's called ghosting. You'll like pull the color out of it. I'm gonna go ahead and work this all the way down, and then we'll tune in on the last part. Is what you wanna do? You can do a fast forward version, like a snap, whatever you do. They're like, damn, it's done. All right, let me do this. I'll do it. I'll get her done for you. This is just basically repeating the same process, little bits at a time. Gotta push a little in at a time until you get it all in. And all I'm really doing is just smoothing it out. All right, so we got it all tucked around, right? And then we're going to double check that real quick. Now we're gonna try to trim it out. So this is like the most dangerous part. You wanna be like this, I mean, fucking kind of like, no. Now we'll try to keep your blade like this. See that? Is it okay? Looks good. Does that look cool on camera? Yeah, kind of cool. Okay. It felt cool. All right, let's do this. So if you've had tons of window tinting experience, this should be pretty easy. But like basically, I'm not cutting the light. I'm just cutting very past the light and like letting it rest right there. You see that? So you wanna make sure that you don't cut your car, your buddy's car. That would totally suck. Do not take any damages from said video. Bring them to me and be like, you told me to do it like that, dude. Then you just gotta do it like 10 more times and you're good. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. It's really almost like, kind of like, I'm trying to like keep pressure against the light side so you don't end up on the paint side. You see what I'm saying? Because if you end up on the paint side, you got a problem. What I'm doing right now is I'm going over this edge, kind of some of the material is trying to pull back because it's under a lot of pressure. And so I'm just kind of like working that edge and making sure that it's really sealed tight against where I just cut it. So after you're done, it's super important that you post heat it for 200 degrees is what you're supposed to. We do have a fancy thermal thermometer that we never use, but I did buy this fancy thermal thermometer so we can test it. We do get a lot of questions when we do these videos like, does a hairdryer work? Can I use a flamethrower? No, can't use a flamethrower. Probably not a hairdryer either. At the end of the day, it's really just about like activating the adhesive that's on the other side of the film. So it's possible a hairdryer could possibly do it pretty well, maybe, but you really want it to get nice and warm to the touch to make sure that it's gonna stay on there really well. We're gonna use a heat gun. It's a Wagner. You can find it on Amazon. Dropping the link down below. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm like trying to keep it moving because honestly you can get a lens too hot and break it. And so what I'm doing, like you can feel it kind of getting warm. The film will do its job technically without heat. And this one we're gonna use like a edge sealing tape around it. It's called mold and hold. Mold and hold. So this is gonna I'm gonna put this on the edge to make sure that it doesn't pull back later on because of this sharp edge on there. Like this is, I don't know if you can drop a link for this or not, but it's super cool stuff. And when this hardens, it's not gonna let anything come away from it. I'm gonna put a real thin edge of it later on. Yeah, so I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna repeat the process, repeat the process. And thanks for checking it out. I hope you liked it. Hope you learned something. Hope you tried it out. And if you did, drop us a picture, drop us a comment. Let us know how it went. All right, guys, thanks. Peace out.